It's here. Situated between two lakes in West Kentucky, nestled in the heart of the lakes area, awaits the village of Grand Rivers, home to Patty's 1880 settlement.
And the first question they ask you is, have you been to Patty's before? We had this amazing food. The rest of the world comes in and they say, this is something different, this is special. It's the vision that started out with Miss Patty and Mr. Bill decades ago. The legacy of Patty's just continued to grow to where now it's something that's almost mythical, you know, in terms of people going there and experiencing the magic. There's the famous 2-inch pork chop. The flour pot bread is usually a meal in itself with strawberry butter and cooked in an actual flour pot. You won't find that anywhere else in the country. And that's as much of a signature as a 2-inch pork chop or the Mile High meringue. When you go in, you're going to get the same service and the same presentation every time. Eating at Patty's is just a portion of what you're doing in town. There's so much shopping, there's so many unique stores. Everything is just a high level of excellence.
Just behind Patty's restaurant, scenic garden walks lead shoppers past an array of different clothing boutiques, cafes, gift and coffee shops.
They go out to the different markets every year and they say, what can we bring back that's unique?
Another very unique aspect of Grand Rivers is the Badger Playhouse.
My wife and I have been performers our whole lives, and so we were trying to create a real high level of professionalism. We'll do 3 and 4 different types of shows in a given weekend. Always Patsy Cline review. We added a 60s show, a 70s show, several different country shows, some plays. You kind of got to see it and you have to experience it. It's just amazing. Right on exit 31 there's Patty's Inns and Suites. The Patty's quality, they went in and just redid everything.
And Patty's Inn and Suites is located only minutes from the excitement of downtown Grand Rivers.
You got the bed and breakfast, and folks stay there and they're just like, wow. I have a package deal that's for 2 people. You get a night stay, 2 tickets to our show, and a $50 gift card to Patty's. And these are packages that are being used by people from Paducah, Carbondale, Marion. After they've experienced it, they'll come out and say, you know, we don't have to go to Branson. We love it here, and this place is amazing. I mean, there's some wonderful marinas there, and of course the theater is there now, but it's all a part of the big picture, and Patty's has always played a big part in that.
Come visit Patty's 1880 settlement to eat, shop, play, and stay. To book your getaway or to find out more about special packages, visit patty'sinandsuites.com.
I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know, everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
You're watching The Spiel.
Said that you're no more, you have a beautiful gift to be able to sing, but you're no more important than the person that likes you or puts your makeup on or the cute card guy.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this is your Backstage Pass.
Birds sing your song, may no trouble travel your way.
It's The Spiel with Angie and Julie. It's still in Branson, catching some great shows, and of course, I had to come and see the Lennon Sisters along with the Osmonds at the Moon River Theater. Girls, I got one question right off the bat. What's the secret?
Oh,
the fountain of youth.
Oh my gosh,
I know.
you look amazing.
When we tell people we're singing that, you know, we just finished our 57th year. Oh my gosh, how'd it go so fast? That sounds like Bob Hope or George Burns.
But you look amazing.
Thank you.
And your voices are still incredible.
Oh,
thank you.
We're
And
really lucky. They're still strong, huh?
You still tap dance like you used to.
Yeah. You just got to keep going. You just don't stop. You'll fall apart.
We're talking with Kathy and Janet and Mimi, and been reading your story, and big family.
We are.
Big
We're 12
family.
of us kids, and six boys, actually, 5
boys
boys and 7 girls.
Yeah.
Tell me how you go online, okay?
Okay.
Well, the Lennon sisters are the 4 oldest.
Right.
Diane, Peggy, Kathy, Janet. And then there are 8 younger than we.
Yeah.
Are there
And then it's like boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, all the way.
Joe, and
And
Kit.
then, yeah,
So-
Mimi is 9 years younger than I am.
And she's number 9
Oh, number 9.
of us, as Jimmy Osmond is number 9 of their family.
Isn't that something?
Yep.
Yeah,
Tell
we've
me
been
how it
friends
is.
for so long.
I
the
know. I saw
Osmonds.
those pictures when you were performing at them. They were little bitty.
Yeah.
That is something else. And I felt the spirit of Andy tonight. You
Oh,
always.
yeah. And so when we see him on those videos, it's just a lump in our throat. And, it's just, we're so lucky to be able to work with him and just have that feeling to see and know that we shared all that with him. And now he's sharing the theater with us, and it's wonderful to be with the Osmonds.
The experience and the knowledge he gave you and the chance, and you just
Really,
can't.
as
so
we were saying on
generous.
stage, he was really such a mentor when it came to music and writing vocal arrangements for us and having beautiful gowns made for us. And I say that he took us from young women to really sophisticated ladies.
He did a good
And
job.
we shared, thank you. You know, we were at Caesar's Palace with him for 10 years, and we just learned so much, as the Osmonds did, from him. It was like we all went to the same school and learned the rules of professionalism and being on time and studying hard and having fun.
Yes.
We have so much fun, and we goof on stage and look at each other in our eyes. We know exactly what we're thinking, and we would laugh, and Andy would laugh too. So
You know, I watched your performances, and you've been doing this so long that you don't even have to look at each other to go, you know when the note's going to end and how long do you do this word, and it's amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we're very
really
lucky.
true.
It's true. We barely have to think about it.
it was funny because even last night, which was opening night, and part of the music, the orchestra stopped playing in one part, and they're supposed to continue, and they stopped, and the 6 of us were on stage, and we just looked at each other, and we just all finished it a cappella. And it's like,
Nobody would have ever
no, and it's like we looked at each other like, well, that
There
works.
you go. Yeah.
I want to stop and try to change gears here for a second. Springfield, Missouri today. You went there for a reason.
Oh, I did. My granddaughter, who's in the show with us, won today Miss Junior Springfield.
Isn't that awesome?
Junior Miss Springfield, I should say. And it's in the scholarship Miss America program that works its way up, and she's just hoping to get a scholarship one day to college.
I saw Jay's little grandbaby a while ago. So we can't go to one house and have Christmas anymore.
Yeah.
Barely.
It's not enough.
You have to limit the age that goes, and so it's not. We get together in different places, so it's like it's the same with the Osmonds. You have to have a huge house or a huge backyard and good weather.
Yes, yes. 20 years.
And who asked us and told us about Branson was Andy Williams.
Really?
He's the one that asked us to come to Branson. I meant to say that on stage. I do need to say that.
Yeah.
And our reaction was, what
Where's
is a Branson?
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
that?
We had no
And then the
idea.
Osmond told us, and John Davidson and everything, and we thought, well, we'll go for about a year or so. And it's our 20th year.
Where was home before Branson?
Venice, California.
Venice Beach.
California.
We're
up in Venice.
We're real beach girls, so we do miss our ocean a lot.
So you did have to get used to our Midwest weather?
Oh, yeah. We didn't know.
love
We
the
didn't know there was a
seasons.
weather channel. We moved here and I called
We
and
had
said,
no
"Do you know there's
idea."
a weather channel?"
I said, you know, there's a weather channel, and somebody said, it's been on for years. I said, we never.
Never look at it,
yeah, 'cause
California.
it's always
so
You
funny.
just look outside and you're gonna.
It's sunny, you get to go,
If you want to see home now, you can go to Hollister's because they've got the beach there in California.
They do.
They
don't
do,
they?
don't they? Tell me about working with Mr. Welk.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
when he was.
What a
And
schooling!
Noah,
What a
yes.
schooling we had. You know, the first 10 years we were on the show, it was completely live. 6 o'clock in L.A., 9 o'clock New York. It went on live, so we had to know our lyrics. There were no cue cards. We had to be on time. We had to change our clothes on time and sing on time and just know everything. And we learned so much. And he was quite a taskmaster. So we just learned probably all of our professionalism.
And from that show, having to do that from the time we were really young children, and he was like a grandfather to
Yes.
us in so many ways, and yet he was a tough taskmaster. I mean, he was tough, really
fun,
German tough,
fun.
but he was fun, and he He was crazy about us too, and of course the band and the crew, and it was days of early television. So people loved our show, and it was about families getting together and watching the show. It's grandma and mom and the children. Nobody was going to be offended by a commercial that came on or something that was on there. It was everybody could sit and watch that show.
We were on that show for 13 years, every Saturday night. So I was 9 when we started, and like 24 when we left. So they literally watched us grow up
and get married and have children. It was like, oh my gosh, you know, everybody is our family. Because after every show, we go out and we sign and take pictures and visit with people, and the stories, you know, and the tears. People just get so emotional with bringing up so many memories of their parents and grandparents and watching us, you know.
Can you give us some advice that Mr. Welk or Mr. Williams gave you? Do you remember any advice?
Oh.
I mean, though there were so many.
I think both of them, by example, taught us just to always do your 100%. I mean, working with Andy, he was just always 100%. We worked and worked and worked and worked to get all of our routines perfect.
I want to tell you how it is on my side, okay? Because you're up there. Here's my side. I've never seen your show before. I've came to Branson many times. I will never miss your show again.
Oh, thank you.
But I will say that when I watched you, it was like it was the first time you've ever performed together. The enthusiasm, and you act like you wanted to be here with us. And I just,
thank you.
You know what I mean? It's just
that is you, and it is something that we have heard before, that you act like it's your first show, and it's your last show that you're going to be able to do, and we do get that, and we get it back from the audience.
I mean, the energy that you put into it, to me, was probably like the same energy you had on Welk's first show. I mean, I felt that from you, and I appreciated that so much.
That's great. Well, that's good.
And I'm never going to miss a Lennon show again when I come to Branson. But I want to thank you girls so much. It's my pleasure, my honor to be with you today.
So nice to meet you.
And we'll be right back.
I really like to fluff up this recipe with lots of healthy ingredients, but it's probably 1 apple, maybe 1 smaller onion. This is about an apple. And what I like to do, since of course sometimes you have picky eaters, I like to go ahead and put these in the food processor because it minces them up very fine.
It's a new year and a brand new store. Southside Lumber has even more ways to help you get the job done. Now see what we have in store for you. Now we have more in stock to choose from in every department, from hardware to windows and doors and everything in between. More nuts and bolts, screws. We even have an in-house design team to help you bring your vision to life. Now, more than ever, we're more than just lumber.
Southside Lumber.
Three Rivers College
to get the skills I need
for success in
early childhood education,
civil and construction, firefighting,
medical billing and coding,
welding,
accounting,
paramedic,
drafting,
environmental safety,
nursing,
occupational therapy assistant,
medical laboratory technology,
network administration,
forestry,
criminal justice, ag technology,
business management,
industrial technology,
diesel mechanics.
Three Rivers College.
Success starts here.
A good general ophthalmologist does a little bit of everything when it comes to the eye. A broad spectrum anterior segment surgeon. I would take care of basic needs, cataract, glaucoma, laser, LASIK, the prescription for glasses, or contact lenses. We take care of everyone. I was one of the first physicians in this area to start multifocal implants. It frees you from that dependency upon glasses. I pride myself on being a good general ophthalmologist. I love what I do, and I want to be there and be available for that patient.
My dad came here in the early 50s and started. My name's John Smith. My brother Terry and I have Smith Dairy Farm, and we're producers of milk for Prairie Farms Dairy. And we're outside at 4:30 in the morning. Cows need fed 365 days a year, and you learn the mannerisms of each animal. You learn who they are. Prairie Farms, they depend on us to be finished milking at a time when the truck's going to come to get the milk. We're all one big team.
Proudly farmer-owned.
It's part of what we've been raised to do.
Prairie Farms.
We've been lucky enough to be at the orchards today. We got to bring back some apples and learned all about the best ones for cooking and different things. And so I wanted to incorporate that in my recipe today. It's a real simple recipe.
What do you call this?
It's actually delicious. These are sloppy joes, but I'm making them with lean pork. You know, the other white meat, lean pork. You can get a good lean pork with just 10% fat, and then I'm also incorporating some apples and onions, garlic, of course, and then my secret sauce here.
We'll have to talk about
We'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm sure it's one of those things you're not going to tell us everything in here, so
Oh,
everyone
no.
doesn't make it.
No, I do. It's already out there. It's on my website.
You do?
Yes.
Do you?
I love to share the health, I like to say. And so we're going to get our skillet warmed up over a little bit medium
I could
high
drink
heat.
this.
The cool thing about pork, usually when you use pork's usually got a little bit more fat, so you don't even have to use oil in this recipe, which is really cool. So we're going to start out with a little bit of our, I love fresh garlic. I think it smells delicious, it's good for your heart, it tastes delicious. So we're going to add a little bit of that in there. We're going to add our onions.
How much?
This is about half of a large onion. I say per 1 pound of meat, I use about a cup of onions and a cup of apples because I really like to fluff up this recipe with lots of healthy ingredients. But it's probably 1 apple, maybe 1 smaller onion. This is about an apple. And what I like to do, since of course sometimes you have picky eaters, I like to go ahead and put these in the food processor because it minces them up very fine for this recipe. You can chop them.
I would have never known that was an apple. I had to ask you what that was because it's so small.
Isn't that amazing? And you know, there's all kinds. I love stuffing at Thanksgiving when you use apple onion stuffing. So that's kind of how I came up with this recipe a little bit. And I also wanted to incorporate the apples and things into it. So I thought, why not? And everyone loves a good sloppy joe, right?
Yes, we do.
So you're gonna get that going in. You can actually just start to add your pork in there. And you know, pork actually cooks just about like beef. It browns up really nicely. Sometimes it's a little hard to crumble, so it may take a little bit longer on that. But while we're cooking this up, we can talk a little bit about the sauce.
Okay, yes, let's do.
Have you ever eaten at a Chipotle restaurant?
I have.
Okay. It's absolutely delicious.
And this
to me.
smells like I'm at Chipotle restaurant.
It does. Well, I'm obsessed with their dressing, and I never could figure out what was in it. You know, I kept trying to you know, invent all these recipes. And
did you ever ask, like a waitress? What's
well,
in that?
I did one time, and they of course didn't have a clue. Sure. I mean, you know, they're just working. So I would always, when I'd go, I'd ask for extras, and I'd bring them home, and I'd spill it all over the car because they gave me a little thing. You know how that goes. So anyway, I started doing some research, and it looks. What would you think the main ingredient is in that? By looking
vinegar.
At it? Okay, well, besides vinegar, the red.
Chili pepper.
Oh, you're smart. I thought it was a tomato-y base. You know, I was obsessed with putting tomatoes in it, trying to figure out what kind of tomatoes. And
I actually see
it's
chili
not.
flakes. Is it pepper or?
Chipotle pepper in adobe sauce. There's not even tomatoes in this.
Wow.
Okay.
What gives it the red? The chili pepper?
Chipotle, yeah. It's a reddish, real dark, beautiful color. But you buy them in just a little can at the grocery store. And so I started doing a little research on the internet and tinkering around, and I came up with this recipe, and I use it on everything.
So when you first took that first bite, did you go?
I was like, wow.
That's it.
I mean, I had to tweak it a little bit.
What is like the little green specks?
Okay, that is just some Italian seasoning to season it. There's fresh garlic, salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, and then I used in this one, you use a half a cup of red wine vinegar, but you use only about 1/4 cup of, I used avocado oil, which is even something different. And I really like the avocado oil. It's fine with any type of oil, actually. You know, you can kind of pick your favorite. But I used an avocado oil in that, and then like.
It smells sweet. What?
Yeah, there's a little bit of honey. I used a little bit of honey in it. Not a lot.
All
natural. So it's an all natural, and you know, it lasts in your refrigerator for about a week probably. Okay. It's usually gone in 3 days at our house. But the cool thing about it is I've made up some slaw today with it. And basically all this is, you know, cabbage, maybe a little bit of onions, but your slaw. This is a new kind that I've been using. It's angel hair. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's called, see how fine this is shredded?
So you buy it
It's
like
an Angel.
that?
You can actually buy this now in the package like that. And so
What
that's
all have
actually
you got
one
in
of my
here? Do you have
beloved
a
buys.
little, what do you have?
That's
The
just
Angel?
the dressing on it with a packet of slaw.
That's all?
That is all.
You know what would have been cool too? Is a little sliver of almonds.
Yes, those would be good too on there. Now it's a little spicy, so this sauce will put it, you know, it'll light you up. Is it not good?
It's amazing.
It's just
it's
like,
amazing.
and to me it tastes really close to what they sell at Chipotle. So
wow,
it's very good.
Wow.
So we're going to continue to brown this up.
Could someone make this with, as I spit everywhere, someone make this with hamburger?
Oh, you can use hamburger, you can use turkey. I like the pork mixed with the apple and onion. Okay. Okay, better than the red meat. I don't know why. You know, you always hear about I guess the reason I make a pork stuffing for Thanksgiving that has apple and onion in it. And so that's why I paired it. But yes, by all means, you know, if you wanted to use your lean burgers or turkey burger or even ground chicken, you could. Ground chicken would be actually really good with this as well. But we eat a lot of chicken, so I was trying to
be different.
You know, something
kick it up
something
a notch.
different. And you know, people sometimes are afraid of pork, but they don't realize that you can get a real lean cut of pork. You know, and it's got actually some of the turkey burger has got more fat in it than this.
Seriously?
Believe it or not. You just have to read your labels, read your package.
And you tell me this is organic.
Yes, I'm very careful with my meats. That's one thing. And what I try to do, because they can be a little more expensive, okay? To me, it's worth it. But what I do is plan my meals around whatever meat. And when I find meat that goes on sale, I'll buy it up and throw it in the freezer.
Okay.
Like I'll go through, and usually there's some type of organic meat on sale each week. So then I'll go and pick up all those packages and I'll have them in my freezer when I'm ready to go. And then you're not paying any more for it. Okay. So that's just like a little trick that I use.
Okay, I'm seeing salt and pepper. What is that over there?
So we are going to just add some, I'm just using some sea salt and some pepper. So that's easy. This is such a super easy recipe.
What's the brown liquid?
This is a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Okay. Is it like diluted with water? Or is that just strictly?
No, it's straight up.
Okay.
Just a couple tablespoons. And that's really all you're going to need for this. You can also make these into burger patties. You know, you can make them into burgers if you like. But I just thought, you know, we all love a good sloppy joe, and I thought, why not? It's just something different. And I've served these as little sliders, so I brought some slider buns. It's really great if you toast up your buns for this, put a little butter on them and toast up your buns.
And the slaw goes on top?
And the slaw goes on top of it.
Wow.
Okay, and what I even do, and I know if you think, I added a little bit of the sauce in when they're done. I kind of mix it in with them, on top of them, and it's just fantastic. Now, like I say, it gives you a little kick. So when you got kids, like for my daughter, I don't add the sauce, you know, in this, but she puts ketchup on everything, so she puts ketchup on it.
You know, I noticed that in your cookbooks, and when you do recipes here on the Spiel, you like that kick, don't you?
I love it. Don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean,
but like you said, it's hard for my daughter do the kick real well, so I don't always get it. But you probably put a little kick, take it out before Haven gets
always
it,
do.
and then kick it up.
I do. Even like on my dark chocolate, I add the chipotle pepper, you know, and just I love it. It's been a great day getting to be outside, and it was so great to actually go out. We got to actually go to the orchard, pick apples off the tree, and bring them in here and cook with them. We made a great apple crisp. Oh, it was delicious. We had some apple cider donuts.
No.
So it's just been real good working with, and the farmers, they're so nice, and they're so proud of what they've accomplished in their land, and just hard workers. So
I tell you what, when you're out there and you're running around and you're doing your grocery shopping or wherever you are and you see a farmer's market, stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Because I always say, once you taste fresh, you won't want the rest.
Right.
It's so much better. It's so delicious.
And like you said, they're proud of their product.
They're
talk
proud
to you about it.
They'll talk to you about it, and you don't have to be scared. Like, they explain to us a lot what goes into it. A lot about, you know, everyone's really worried about all these chemicals, and they showed us how they wash everything and how everything's safe. And one of the ladies that ran the orchard started it back in 1946, Miss Helen. You know, this'll help people out that get worried about chemicals and different things. She literally lived off the land, ate bacon every day, ate apples every day, and just passed away. I think she was 104 or 105.
Wow.
So
you know what?
I'm telling you,
You can't tell me that doesn't have a lot to do with it.
You cannot tell me. And she was very active in the farm, but she also ate what they grew. So I feel very safe, you know, about eating anything that's coming from that farm.
You'll be good.
But with pork, it cooks really well, browns up really nicely. So I think we need to take a break, plate some of these up, and come back and taste them.
These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, with attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Anybody can loan you money. Not everybody can understand how to make it fit for the bank, fit for you. 12 years ago, I went out on my own to do something different. I needed a loan. I talked to Steve Cook at Farmers. Steve took the time to listen and understand exactly what it was I was trying to accomplish. That personal investment that he had, not in cash, but his time. I think that's kind of their niche.
Give us a chance to show you no one will work harder or care more for you.
Family owned and operated for nearly 70 years, Southside Lumber is the place to go to be in the know.
Our fleet of trucks deliver things where you need it, when you need it, and how you need it.
We get the order and go. I've been as far as Sparta, Metropolis, Armi.
And Southside Lumber delivers more than just lumber to every corner of Southern Illinois, bringing whatever you'll need for your next project or home build.
One-stop shop.
More than just lumber.
I know.
Southside Lumber.
At John A. Logan College, we know what our mission is all about.
Syllabus? It's about you.
It's about me.
It's all about me.
It's about me and a better future for him.
It's all about me. Because here, it's all about you. Visit jalc.edu.
Coming up on The Spiel.
You know, I find it hard sometimes to remember.
That's my grandbaby, by the way. 4,327 Osmonds. Yeah, that's right.
That's one of them.
You're watching The Spiel.
Look at what do you think?
Oh my gosh. Again, tell me how new this recipe is.
I didn't want to do, you know, we all do apple crisp and I love it and all that, but I thought, I love incorporating apples and onions into like meats and stuffings. So I thought, why not try it? And then I was obsessed with this dressing which just came about.
So here's what
this
happens.
Is very new.
Here's what happens.
Get a
you
shot
got your
of
kick.
that.
You got your kick in your sauce.
So this to me is just
the ultimate.
The ultimate. The ultimate. And I mean, I love it. I mean, like I said, it is messy, but it's great for tailgate parties. You can do the little sliders. And also the recipe will be on my website, www.healthyhippiechef.com.
Explore an ever-expanding variety of wholesome, locally grown foods when you shop Illinois, where fresh is. For more information, visit illinoiswherefreshis's.com. To find out more about The Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit SPIELon.com.
I have had clients sit in my chair over the years and cry because their hair was so thin. And now we have a solution. Xenogen, a new hair loss product for men and women. And it's an all nutraceutical product. Your hair will start to grow back in fuller and thicker. I could not be more excited to help people that have hair loss issues and thinning issues. We are seeing really good results with this product.
In front of the Williamson County Airport in Marion, your final destination for style, Chauveau.
A good general ophthalmologist does a little bit of everything when it comes to the eye. A broad spectrum anterior segment surgeon. I take care of basic needs, cataract, glaucoma, laser, LASIK, the prescription for glasses, or contact lenses. We take care of everyone. I was one of the first physicians in this area to start multifocal implants. It frees you from that dependency upon glasses. I pride myself on being a good general ophthalmologist. I love what I do, and I want to be there and be available for that patient.
It's important for me to provide the best care that I can for the patients that come to see us. All right, now breathe normal. I can tell you that I care a lot about the patients that I take care of. We're here to provide, hopefully, preventative care. We do provide reactionary care because that's what people come with, the sniffly nose and their high blood pressure and after a heart attack and after their stroke. But try to get on the bandwagon sooner. You know, that pap smear, that mammogram, that colonoscopy, they're all for a reason.
I chose Three Rivers College because it's affordable.
It costs less, a lot less.
Less than the same courses at a four-year university.
And the quality is just as good.
Maybe even better.
Because at Three Rivers, classes are small.
And instructors really care about their students.
At Three Rivers, they helped me find financial aid.
I'm getting a great education without a ton of debt.
Three Rivers College.
Success starts here.
Register now.
Watch me on The Spiel, where I'll give you healthy ways that bring you happy days.
The Spiel presents You're On, 100% original new music.
We all know the legend of Lincoln, his rural life here, big dreams, and his legendary place in history. Our profile today is on another young person from the same area, who's also well-grounded, enjoys nature at New Salem, lives in the small town of Petersburg, and who is also dreaming big. Meet Emily Hough. She is active in her school, and her favorite activities include cross-country running, cheerleading, and music. Emily's been performing for several years at various festivals, wineries, and other venues. Expanding her talents from playing cover music, she is a natural in front of a camera and microphone. 2 years ago, she performed on live TV during a news broadcast from a street festival in her hometown. Today we catch up with Emily along the banks of the Sangamon River in a 27-acre urban park called Lincoln's Riverside Park in downtown Petersburg.
I've written a few songs. My first song I wrote, I think like almost 3 years ago. I wrote it for my mom, and it was her Mother's Day present. And the second song I wrote maybe almost a year ago. I wrote it for my best friend. I was surprised, but I cried. I wrote the song because, you know, we're best friends and she's always just there for me, like the title.
And I can tell you everything, my fears, my thoughts, my hopes and dreams. And even when we're fighting, I can always count on you to be there for me. You're there for me. I can count on you to be there for me. You're there for me.
Emily spends time in a professional recording studio learning more about music and what it takes to pursue a musical career. While she enjoys playing popular songs, her own lyrics and melodies now fill her head. The early songs she's written pay tribute to hard work, setting goals, and a closeness with her mom and best friend. Every famous person started small, and we don't know Emily's future for certain. But with her small-town influence and big city dreams, we think she'll be a success in whatever course she takes.
This is a song I wrote, and it's called To the Top, and it's about reaching your goals.
climbing a mountain so high. And one day you'll see me waving to you from the top. No, it won't be easy, but one day you'll see me. No, I can't be stopped, no. You said I couldn't do it, but you just watch me do it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna blow your mind. One day I'll make it there. I'll have my name in lights, and no one will forget it. No, oh, oh. One day I'll make it there, and no, I won't be scared, 'cause I know that I can do it. Yeah, I'll make it to the top, 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 to the top. Yeah, I'll make it to the top. It's a long journey, the tables are turning, and one day I'll get there if I want it bad enough. There will be ups and downs, but I can't turn back around, no. I just gotta keep my head held high. One day I'll make it there. I'll have my name in lights, and no one will forget it, no, oh, oh. One day I'll make it there, and no, I won't be scared, 'cause I know that I can do it. Yeah, I'll make it to the top, 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 to the top. Yeah, I'll make it to the top. Oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, oh.
Reporting for the Spiel, I'm Dan Williams.
You're watching The Spiel.
Financial responsibility has never been an easy lesson to teach kids.
Mom, Ashley's here. We're going to mom.
Okay, sweetie, be careful. Don't forget your debit card. Okay.
Until now. Introducing the Bank of Heron Teen Debit Account. Your teen gets their own debit card from the Bank of Heron, and you get the peace of mind of 24/7 account monitoring with the Bank of Heron mobile app.
Honey, when did our daughter get a debit card?
Hello, it's 2015.
It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
I have a partial denture that drives me crazy, so I'd like to get something permanent.
One of the most dramatic advances in implant dentistry is the introduction of what's called computer-guided surgery. Because when we have a guide, the surgery is much quicker and it's more conservative. No sutures, there's no bleeding, quicker recovery, no pain, and happier patient, and happier doctor too.
It's going to mean everything.
I chose Three Rivers College because it's so convenient.
I can take day, evening,
or online classes fit my schedule.
And there's not a long commute.
You can take classes in Poplar Bluff.
Sykeston!
You can take classes in Dexter, Malden, and Kennett.
Willow Springs, Piedmont,
and many other locations.
Learn more at trcc.edu.
Three Rivers College.
Success starts here.
Register now.
Infection. Let me go ahead and look at your well, I have been here for like 25 years, so I pretty well know quite a bit of people, and I think it makes it a lot easier for people to be able to come in and you know, get the help that they need. And I'm a good listener. I'll sit down and listen to you, and we'll work out the problem together. And I'm excited about it being in the area that's going to be out on the main highway there, because I think that'll get a lot of exposure.
My dad came here in the early 50s and started. My name's John Smith. My brother Terry and I have Smith Dairy Farm. We're producers of milk for Prairie Farms Dairy. We're outside at 4:30 in the morning. Cows need fed 365 days a year, and you learn the mannerisms of each animal. You learn who they are. Prairie Farms, they depend on us to be finished milking at a time when the truck's going to come to get the milk. We're all one big team.
Proudly farmer-owned.
It's part of what we've been raised to do.
Prairie Farms.
Watch the Healthy Hippie Chef on The Spiel.
Hi, it's The Spiel with Angie and Julie, again in Branson. Wow.
And what a good job it is. It's so much fun.
And we're having a blast because, you know, we've been around now for 54 years, almost 55 now.
I'm not that old.
And the Lennons have been doing this for 58 years.
Yeah.
So together, combined, you know, that's a lot of years. And,
it is.
And we're working together so well, and it's fun. It's just a good show.
I like when the audience, you know, they're interactive with us, and it's fun to go down in the audience and see them all sing with us. And I mean, it's just like.
But I think ultimately the core of what makes it magical is Andy Williams. He created not only his legacy, but he created ours. He created the Lennons.
You know, I felt his spirit tonight. Did you?
Yeah.
I bet every night you perform this.
Yeah.
Last night was opening night.
Yeah.
Big crowd, I heard.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hi, I'm Tom Franks, Chairman of Farmers State Bank. Let's face it, all banks have pretty much the same menu board. What sets a bank apart is service, and that's why at Farmers State Bank, our motto is, no one serves you better. So stop by one of our locations in Alto Pass, Marion, Harrisburg, and a second location open in Marion, and I promise you one thing, no one will work harder or care more for you.
It's important for me to provide the best care that I can for the patients that come to see us. All right, now breathe normal. I can tell you that I care a lot about the patients that I take care of. We're here to provide, hopefully, preventative care. We do provide reactionary care because that's what people come with, the sniffly nose and their high blood pressure and after a heart attack and after their stroke. But try to get on the bandwagon sooner. You know, that pap smear, that mammogram, that colonoscopy, they're all for a reason.
I chose Three Rivers College because it's affordable. It costs less, a lot less.
Less than the same courses at a four-year university.
And the quality is just as good.
Maybe even better.
Because at Three Rivers, classes are small.
And instructors really care about their students.
At Three Rivers, they helped me find financial aid.
I'm getting a great education without a ton of debt.
Three Rivers College.
Success starts here.
Register now.
You know, I find it hard sometimes to remember.
That's my grandbaby, by the way.
How old is he?
Oh, he's almost 9 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
sometimes I find
There's 4,327 Osmonds.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Is that the youngest? Is that the youngest?
And that's why we're still working, by the way, yes.
You know, it's hard to remember, for me, a lot of lyrics of songs and driving through Branson, where to go and what to do. How do you learn all the steps to the songs?
He didn't. Did you see him tonight?
I blew more steps tonight. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you stop and think about it, then you're really going to mess up.
Well, I saw a couple
like
women
that,
grab you and kind of
They
take
did.
Complete opposite thinking. I don't know why.
It is. It's really a challenge, especially when you get my age.
60.
I'm 60. Yeah. But we're having a good time though. It's just fun, and if you make a mistake, it's even more fun.
Growing up on the Andy Williams show, we had to be perfect. I mean, rehearsed, and everything had to be spot on for television, you know. And in live productions like this, people love a little mistake here and there. They love the interaction, like Jay said. And hopefully our show will, you know, do that for people. Yeah. Tonight was great fun, wasn't it?
It was great fun. You know, I've seen you guys down here, I think 8 times now. We've been here 8 times, and
she came back for more.
And I do. I just
wow.
you.
That's a compliment.
It is. You're my hero, and I just love your solo.
Well, thank you.
He was voted one of the top drummers in the country back in the '70s. We went to what do you call it, Britannia Row, where Pink Floyd did their album.
Oh wow.
We spent about half our time in London and performing in the UK predominantly, and so we got a bunch of young guys to put some songs together. We kept the brother harmony. And it's doing amazing right now. Yeah. But it's amazing to do 200 albums, you know? Yeah. It's pretty cool.
And this last one, all the proceeds go to towards children.
Yeah, our children.
Our children. So,
you know what, not to drop names or anything, but when Elvis was our friend, years and years, that dates us. But anyway, he said to
Thank you very
us,
much.
Thank you very much. But he did say, when your fans start bringing their kids, then you know you've passed that generation gap. And it's really happened. I mean, here...
Well, you saw tonight, didn't you? So you see Grandma that saw, Walt Disney discovered the brothers and then Andy's, but you see the young kids that are experiencing, the 70s music and all that, and seeing them do that together is really such a wonderful feeling for us.
But you've never been where I sat. And here's what I see in the audience, okay? I see those grandmas singing to Yo-Yo. And I see, they do.
They have their boogie shoes on.
I'm a grandmother, and I'm singing to Yo-Yo.
Cool.
And
You're not a grandma.
Yes, I am. Yes. But anyway.
It's great, isn't it, to be a
grandparent?
Isn't it great?
It really is. I mean, the kids were great, but, you get to have them and spoil them and go home, right?
Well, we hope that the people that leave the theater will feel better about themselves. They can leave the woes behind,
the troubles,
their troubles, and come in the theater and enjoy 2 hours worth of, and maybe lift somebody's soul.
Remember an easier time, and that's kind of, when we do that and we see that, it makes us feel like we've done a good job.
And you know what? You took us down so many roads tonight. The Lennon, the Lennon Sisters and their music, your music, gospel music, bringing Christ into our show.
Oh,
and then it was everything combined.
Yeah.
Everything combined.
Thank you.
The only thing we didn't have was the kitchen sink.
Oh, we did that. But we cut it. It was too long.
Well, I want to thank you guys, and I wish you just more success.
Thank you. Thanks for sticking with us all these years.
Of course. How old were we, girls, when we went to the DuQuoin State Fair?
14.
14.
Oh, 14 years
really?
old.
How cool
Wow.
is that?
When we still wore bell bottoms.
Yeah.
You did.
I tried to put mine back on, but I couldn't get my leg in it.
Well, I just want to thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You're still doing wonderful things for charities. And Children's Miracle Network is something that Sam's Club supports. And there's tons of fundraisers for in our area.
No, they're the #1 fundraiser for our charity.
Our parents started that.
It was the Osmond Foundation, and they created the Children's Miracle Network, and it's raised over $4 billion for kids, largely thanks to Walmart as well.
Yeah.
A lot of other
You guys get the biggest hearts and the biggest hits, and I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you.
Can we get a hug?
Let your hair streets.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Watch past episodes of Backstage Pass at SPIELon.com. We love making new friends. Visit us online at Facebook.com/SPIELon.
I wanted to be a career military man. I had done 9 years, and then budget cuts came in. The best place to start over is college.
Really nice people. So far, it's been a really good experience.
It's amazing, and it's all because of the teachers. I mean, they're the funniest, most down-to-earth people I've ever met.
I am motivated by students' goals and the outcomes that they desire for themselves. I actually came to Three Rivers and met my husband here.
Success starts at Three Rivers College. Most definitely starts at Three Rivers College.
I love our bank.
Have a good day.
We have a free checking account that includes a free debit card, free online banking, free mobile banking, and free bill pay.
A lot of times there's things that we can change because we get feedback from customers.
We're available 7 days a week.
It works out really well, especially for our business customers, to go get change and make their deposits.
Celebrating 100 years.
No, I've stayed here because they are good to work for.
Find us at DuQuoinStateBank.com.
It's here, situated between two lakes in West Kentucky. Nestled in the heart of the lakes area, awaits the village of Grand Rivers, home to Patty's 1880 settlement.
And the first question they ask you is, have you been to Patty's before? You have this amazing food. The rest of the world comes in and they say, this is something different, this is special. It's the vision that started out with Miss Patty and Mr. Bill decades ago. The legacy of Patty's just continued to grow to where now it's something that's almost mythical, in terms of people going there and experiencing the magic. There's the famous 2-inch pork chop. The flour pot bread is usually a meal in itself with strawberry butter and cooked in an actual flour pot. You won't find that anywhere else in the country. And that's as much of a signature as a 2-inch pork chop or the Mile High meringue. When you go in, you're going to get the same service and the same presentation every time. Eating at Patty's is just a portion of what you're doing in town. There's so much shopping, there's so many unique stores. Everything is just a high level of excellence.
Just behind Patty's restaurant, scenic garden walks lead shoppers past an array of different clothing boutiques, cafes, gift and coffee shops.
They go out to the different markets every year and they say, what can we bring back that's unique?
Another very unique aspect of Grand Rivers is the Badger Playhouse.
My wife and I have been performers our whole lives, and so we were trying to create a real high level of professionalism. We'll do 3 and 4 different types of shows in a given weekend. Always Patsy Cline review. We added a 60s show, a 70s show, several different country shows, some plays. You kind of got to see it and you have to experience it. It's just amazing. Right on exit 31 there's Patty's Inns and Suites. The Patty's quality, they went in and just redid everything.
And Patty's Inn and Suites is located only minutes from the excitement of downtown Grand Rivers.
You got the bed and breakfast, and folks stay there and they're just like, wow. We have a package deal that's for 2 people. You get a night's stay, 2 tickets to our show, and a $50 gift card to Patty's. And these are packages that are being used by people from Paducah, Carbondale, Marion. After they've experienced it, they'll come out and say, you know, we don't have to go to Branson. We love it here, and this place is amazing. I mean, there's some wonderful marinas there, and of course the theater is there now, but it's all a part of the big picture, and Patty's has always played a big part in that.
Come visit Patty's 1880 settlement to eat, shop, play, and stay. To book your getaway or to find out more about special packages, visit patty'sinandsuites.com.
You're watching The Spiel.
Have it all without spending all that you have, you've got to look your best for less. That's why this mama is bargain savvy, so you don't have to be. But most of all, I love sharing DIY tips and tricks that can simplify your life and natural remedies that you can use every day. So each week I'll feature brilliant ideas that you can use, all to help you have it all without spending all that you have. For more tips and tricks, visit Momasaurus.com.
You know, there's other providers through Christopher Rural Health that we can have patients see as far as like dental or psychiatric services. And there's even providers that do like pain management or, you know, medications to help get off of pain medicines. I think we work with patients to help them access health care through either a sliding fee or helping them get their medications discounted. I enjoy what I do and I enjoy helping people.
Many people have said that's the best massage I've had anywhere. We have wonderful massage therapists. We still have facials, I mean all kinds of body waxing. She calls it Cinda's Botanicals. She gets shea butter, raw shea butter from Africa. I mean everything comes from Europe. Women in Europe are more into skin care than they are into makeup. No matter what you do in this business, it's all about pleasing people.
A good general ophthalmologist does a little bit of everything when it comes to the eye. A broad spectrum anterior segment surgeon. I take care of basic needs, cataract, glaucoma, laser, LASIK, the prescription for glasses, or contact lenses. We take care of everyone. I was one of the first physicians in this area to start multifocal implants. It frees you from that dependency upon glasses. I pride myself on being a good general ophthalmologist. I love what I do, and I want to be there and be available for that patient.
We're trying to make banking as easy and painless as we can.
We have a track record of doing business well beyond county borders.
And there have been great opportunities, you know, in Jackson County, Williamson County. People with the foresight to take some risk and do some things.
We try to have a direct relationship with all our customers.
How's it going?
You know, make them feel at home. We're a hometown bank. That's what we're about.
Celebrating 100 years. Find us at DuQuoinStateBank.com.
If you want the real deal, come and watch us on the Spiel. Come and get some recipes and we'll make a tasty meal. Sing along to the best of songs that you ever did hear. Watch the Spiel, you're gonna love it. Love Cross Atlantic.
Fireball.
Boom! Bam!
Forgive them on. Forgive them on.
These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, with attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Watch me on the Spiel, where I'll show you all sorts of ways to make food fun.
Small children don't have the ability to tell you when they have a problem. I'm Dr. David Israel. I'm one of our board-certified pediatricians. It is a far more personal experience here. Patients do get to know their providers. Their parents get to know the providers much better. Rather than jumping from doctor to doctor to doctor, they tend to follow along the same doctor, and a relationship is established with the families. It's one of my favorite things about practicing, not only in a rural clinic, but practicing pediatrics.
We do a little bit of everything from cradle to grandma. I'm a broad spectrum anterior segment surgeon. When I first started out back in 1991 here in Southern Illinois, I would make house calls. I'd sit there and do eye exams right there in their living room. I sort of built a reputation as, he'll come and see you if you can't get a ride, he'll come to your house.
Me and my wife both come to see Dr. Jackson. Now for probably 6 years.
Find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And I think it comes across in how I pursue my patients.
It's a new year and a brand new store. Southside Lumber has even more ways to help you get the job done. Now see what we have in store for you. Now we have more in stock to choose from in every department, from hardware to windows and doors and everything in between. More nuts and bolts, screws. We even have an in-house design team to help you bring your vision to life. Now, more than ever, we're more than just lumber.
Southside